Hello everyone. So welcome you all for my YouTube channel. So this is the DevOps course. So this is almost we are coming into an end of this course. In the last video, I just created a GKE cluster with a terraform actually. So next, what we are going to do is that we want to deploy an application, right? The application which we gonna deploy, which we have deployed into the Tomcat server, and we have created a container when we have run with the Ansible integration, which we done with the Docker host, and we have pushed that Docker image which we built to the Docker hub actually. So now it is a time for us to create a real production kind of an environment. So this is not a real production kind of an environment which fully I am telling about. Just this is about automation, how you can do with the implementation of the Jenkins with the collaborating with the GKE cluster. So first you have to create a deployment.yaml file. So I'll just quickly explain you. So what is this deployment.yaml file actually? In the deployment.yaml file, so this is the kind we are going to specify. So name of this deployment is CI/CD. So the app we are labeling it as my first app actually. The spec. So how many pods you want to run? Two replicas. Selector. So match labels. My first app means we are matching with the labels of whichever the pod which contains the my first app. So we're going to we're going to redirect the traffic to this pod which is coming from the outside external network. So the template metadata. So this is the label which we are giving. So in the specification here where you will want to specify the container image and how you want to expose that. So this is the container image, so which we pushed right into the Docker container. So this is the user name of the Docker hub. So this is the registry. So this is the name actually, name of that particular image which you push to the Docker hub. So I'm making a policy to pull this Docker image always whenever any kind of a restart happens, whenever any changes is required. So I am specifying the policy as always. So and the container port which I am exposing it with the 8080. Even the Tomcat server is also running it 8080. We are exposing the same port outside also. So the strategy is rolling update. So the max surge is 1 and max available is 1. So whenever any kind of a rolling update means you are going to do a release cycle whenever any pod whenever you want to update a current version of Kubernetes from 1.25 to 1.26 like that. So you are going to in that period of time while the transition is getting happening. So you can specify. So what is the maximum pods which can undergo this update changes is 1. So maximum unavailable is 1 means only one pod can be we are giving a disruption means we are giving one pod at a time. So we can allow only one pod for the disruption. So one pod for update. So like that it is the configuration which is telling. So you can copy this YAML file. Go to your Ansible server. So you are currently in home Ansible admin CI/CD. This is the git clone which we have done. So what we can able to do is that we can do a cd command. So now check the path. So this is the path where you should go home/Ansible admin. Type ls. So these are the files which is currently there. Control L. So see now we have Docker file and we also have webapp.war file. So the next thing which is required is deployment.yaml nano. So deployment.yaml. So we are going to paste the YAML thing which we configured, right? So that thing which we copied from the GitHub. Let me copy it again. So paste here. So Control X, save. So now it's a time for us to deploy this deployment.yaml. The command is kubectl apply -f, and you specify the deployment.yaml file. Click on enter. So now we got message that deployment is created. So the next thing which we want to verify is that kubectl get pods. So this is going to show us the pod. So the configuration which I have showed you, the YAML file which is specified at 2 pods. So the 2 pods which is specified under this deployment.yaml file, which is up and running. So if you want to get the detailed output, so you can go for wow white. So here you are going to see this is the 2 pods. So this is the node where the pod is up and running actually. So that's what the thing which you can able to get from this information actually. The next thing, once after you do that, so it will be up and running. So the pods are up and running, but if you want to expose it to the outside environment, to the external environment, with you can accessible with the public IP, right? The public IP which this cluster got. So when you want to access with that public IP of that GKE cluster, you need to have an service.yaml file. So we have created a deployment.yaml file. Next is service expose.yaml file. Copy it. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to quickly explain you what is the YAML file. So API version, service is kind is a service, the metadata, the name, label, selector. This is what is very important. So the label which we specified, right, inside the deployment.yaml file. So the label should match. So this whenever the traffic comes to this load balancer, so we are defining it as a load balancer. We are exposing this service as a load balancer. Whenever the traffic comes and it to the external traffic comes and into the load balancer, it should be knowing where this traffic I should redirect to. It will be redirect to this service actually. So when the service got that traffic, the service is going to redirect to this specific labeled pods. So with port 8080, so I'm exposing the port 8080 outside and the target is port 8080. So it's going to redirect the traffic. So now let us copy this and go for the Ansible server. Click in insert. So next you want to copy this YAML file. Next thing which go for insert. So next Control X, save this file. So next thing which you want to do is that kubectl apply. So next service dot expose dot yaml file. So this is going to create service. Give me a couple of seconds. It's going to creating. It started creating a service actually. So now the service is created. So now let us see the IP actually. So this is the name of the service. So the type is load balancer. So the external IP which it is getting is 3467.161.85. So this is the port number where it is being exposed. So you can copy this public IP colon 8080. So see our Tomcat server is being deployed. So the next thing is that, so web app. So this is going to take to our actual application which we registered. So now we have everything we have done in manual fashion. So the next thing which we're gonna integrate with Jenkins. So we're going to integrate the Kubernetes with the Jenkins, and how we're going to deploy automatic fashion. So automatically, how we're going to automate so this deployment to the Kubernetes in the when you want to release the next cycle, how you're going to automate that future. So in the next video, I'm going to demonstrate. That is the last video which is there in the DevOps course. So thank you all. Bye bye.